How much is there still... Sorry, go on.
No, good.
I was going to say, how much is there that's still in the can from the Jimi Hendrix experience that was, or Billy Cox and Mitch Mitchell? I mean...
What, psychedelics, you mean?
Yeah, albums and tracks to come. Then what's going to happen next as an album?
Well, before we start, we'd like you to forget everything that went on today or last night or things that's supposed to happen tomorrow, because, you know, we're trying to make our own little world right here. At least do this way.
That goes into certain things like Room Full of Mirrors. That's more of a mental disarrangement, kind of burst somebody thinking. This says something about broken glass. It used to be all in my brain and so forth. And we had other ones called, I told you about that. Oh, we have this other one called Astro Man. They say something about talking about living in peace of mind. Well, Astro Man will leave you in peace, and so forth and so on. And the valleys of Neptune are rising. But all these are psychedelic. I don't even know what that word means, really. It's, what is it? It's like, what you say one thing and mean another, you mean? Something like that. Or you can get about 3 different meanings out of one thing, you mean? Is that what that's like?
Well, I think psychedelic to most people has connotations with LSD.
Oh, you mean strictly LSD? You mean that type of consciousness?
Yeah, with dream...
right. You know, a person has a tendency to get bored because, like, he always wants to try to do all these accomplishments, you know. Like starting an idea, something like that, and never quite finishing it out, you know. But some people should just be, you know, to start ideas, and other ones should carry them out. But, like, I don't know. It's really hard to say right now. It's whatever happens. I could feel like, you know, like with a solid beat, probably. More beat. Oh yeah, well you have to give them a little bit to dream on, because so they can hear it over again. Because it might be in a different mood. Well, dreams come from different moods, you know. And so it's not moody, you know. But like spiritually and, you know, and in the head and all this, it's always there, and it gets better and better all the time. One of these days I'll just finally release all that out, you know. But like the way things have been going lately, I think it's going to take a little more time. You know, asking this one question, like where you coming from or where you going to. And I want to respect my own judgments of different things, you know. So if I have to respect my own timing of getting those, when I finally do get into it, the whole world's going to know about it.
The impact of Jimmy's word is powerful, even when removed from its intended context it delivers.
Oh yeah, well Acts is like, you know, that's a change, you know, of the scene. And so Acts can change the whole scene for us. It's like Love Can, you know, so Black by Wolf. Acts is full as love, you know. What do you think? I'm not sure. It's pretty hard. I think what's happening now is more of a basic thing. It's a birth of what's ever going to happen later on, maybe, you know, after the other generation grows up. Hearing this kind of music on radio now, you know. And this is probably a backbone. It's like what you call the early blues. You know, this is probably the same scene for the kids later on. And so therefore, it's taken millions of directions. You know, everybody has a wide overhaul like of certain things, as long as it holds your interest. The pattern of the notes, you know, in the sound.
Where do you think that you're going musically, as far as what you're doing?
Oh, no telling. I don't know. What is playing? I'm playing more of a truer type thing now. Exactly what I feel at a particular time, and whatever it turns out to be, I don't know really.
I mean, like, man, when you record, you just go record, or do you plan? I mean, are you thinking about what you're going to be doing musically?
Like, I write songs all the time, you know, and I have words in my head all the time of these songs, and then like, if I really have faith in this certain song, you know, personal faith, like, because that's when we record LPs, like personal diary. But if we do it, then I'll run it down to them in the studio. Or either sometimes I won't. Sometimes we just go in there and mess around and see what we come up with. Because I always have words, and I have a basic idea of how I want it to go, so we mostly go in the studios and jam with that sometimes. Or either take those ideas and jam with some of our friends and hear different interpretations of it, you know.
When you were first starting to play, did you play blues guitar, or what type of guitar were you on?
Well, I was digging everything. When I first started, I was digging everything from like Billy Butler, who used to play with Bill Doggett. all the way up around to, Muddy Waters. Yeah, Muddy Waters and Eddie Cochran. To bring everybody down on the cross. I don't know. I don't know. I was just digging sound. I was just digging anything that held my interest. Pardon? Say it again.
How do you get your inspiration?
From the people.
For French kids.
For French kids?
Yes, we are
from
French.
Yeah, right. From the people. When they really show that they're really, there for a genuine purpose to enjoy themselves, and we try to do the same. As long as they don't be too critical, then they lose it. It's not gonna hurt me anyway.
On bass, Mitch Mitchell on drums, and the man with the guitar, Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah! Thank you very much for showing up, man. Thanks for what it has been a long time, hasn't it? That does mean peace, not this. Peace. Okay, give us about a minute to tune up, all right? Give us about a minute to tune up.
Well, people in England know him, so I can tell something about him in German. Jimi Hendrix, der Wundermann aus Amerika, hat in ganz kurzer Zeit in England eine Karriere gemacht, die denen der Beatles und Rolling Stones gleichkommt. Und der erste... Ihre erste Schallplatte war auch gleich ein Hit und hat sofort die Rolling Stones von der Hitliste verdrängt. Hey Joe heißt sie, einige von Ihnen werden sie kennen. Well, Jimmy... Well, just tell the people the story about Hey Joe. What happens in this song?
Well, it's about a cat, a guy. He shoots his old lady because he catches her doing wrong. She's messing with everybody else.
Ach so.
And so then, after he shoots him, then he has to run out of town, go to Mexico where he can be free.
Ah ja, also eine ganz alltägliche Geschichte von einem Mann, der seine Frau erschießt, weil sie ihn betrogen hat. Nee, das kommt ja häufiger vor. So, und jetzt...
Next Woche in England we machen television, and then we machen on tour in England with the Walker Brothers, and then nach Schweden und France, and then vielleicht nach Amerika.
Ah ja, und hier seid ihr jetzt im Starclub zu hören, 3 Tage lang?
Ja, wir spielen bis Sonntag.
Bis Sonntagabend. So, und jetzt 10 Minuten lang die Jimi Hendrix Experience.
Jimmy, you said to me earlier that you prefer working live to working in a recording studio.
Well, like at first, it's very hard, warming up at first. This is like a recording studio here, only we had a lot of fun here because it was really getting together.
It was good, yeah.
And it's a lot of fun working for our audience,
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got more psychedelic nonsense from you right now. The brand new one from Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, there you go. When you think about it now, it's just blank before that, then you think of that. Well, I think that's the way you come about on some other scenes too, you know. Because human beings die too easily, you know. And you feel like you're going deeper and deeper into something. Not sleep, but it's something else.
Yeah, exactly.
And every time I go into that, then I say, oh, I'm scared as hell. You know, you get all scared and stuff. So you try to say, help, help. You can't move, you can't scream. You say, help, help. You finally get out of it, you know, because you just can't move. It's a very funny thing. But one time I was going to try it. One time that feeling was coming through me, and I said, oh, here we go. This time I'm going to see if I'm going to let it happen, see where I go to, or see what happens, you know. So it was really getting really scary, man. I was going like that, you know. I said, I'm not even asleep, you know. So this is really strange. And somebody knocked on the door, you know. I said, oh. Because I wanted to find out.
You must have been dreaming in color when you were very young.
Oh, definitely. I don't remember too many. The closest to a black and white dream I ever had was in pastel shades, you know.
Yeah.
One time I was in pastel shades, like those maroon and dark, you know, and then very light maroon, and then this big gold clip out of the middle of nowhere. That was great. And that was the closest I ever got to black and white. Because there's a lot of groups that are trying to, like I said before, keep harmony amongst people. So they either give them good time music or loud music so they can release their frustrations and so forth. Standing like next, you know, like black and white standing next to each other with hammers, getting ready to hit each other. And this music has a way, it's a universal language anyway. If it was respected properly, it would have a way to reach these people at the same time. And like, it's a thing, like, I think it should be brought outside, almost like the evangelist, you know, a gathering like that. The other music should stay in clubs, and, you know, all the pretentious people in the music, well, they should just stay in their pretentious bag, like this in clubs and cabarets and all that. You see, there's a lot of elderly people want to know about what's happening in the new music today, too. They want to know why people play so loud, you know, and they want to know this and want to know that. What's the best thing for them to do is come and hear certain groups. There's only certain groups that are trying to get across a harmony message anyway. And we're one of them.
Jimi Hendrix there with that fantastic guitar playing and singing. Noel Redding on 8-string bass guitar, a pretty rare instrument and a pretty rare sound, and of course Mitch Mitchell on drums. Ladies and gentlemen, this ridiculous crew, that's the Jimi Hendrix Experience, are now off. I'm going with them. Hope we'll all make it. Tell them we went that away, driving south.
Come down from heaven yesterday. She stayed with me just long enough for afternoon tea. And she tell me a story yesterday about the land between the moon and the deep blue sea.
We end line-up not with a psychedelic experience, but it is at least the sort of music associated with such happenings. Jimi Hendrix.
I just get the things that I see and want, and or either try to put it into music. I want to have the stereo where it goes up, the sound goes up and behind and underneath, you know. But all you can get now is just across and across. Our new LP was made in 16 days, which I'm very sad about, you know.
The one that's just
yeah.
Really.
But no use even talking about, you know, discussing why. Because it really is a bad scene. But it just makes me mad, though. It could have been so much better.
It's mainly the sound quality.
Well, the songs could have been better, too. You know, that's what I think, though. As soon as they finish, and you got a completely new ideas.
Yeah, right. Well, it's good. I mean, in a sense, because your mind's moving along, you know, purring along nicely.
Yeah, it's not necessarily getting any better, but like you might move to different things, you know.
I feel the groups are free to change as they want to.
No, half of them aren't. They're all thinking about their career and thinking about their future so much. I really don't give a damn about my future or career. I just want to make sure I can get out what I want, you know. You know, that's why I say we're very lucky. Because we didn't have, you know, all of us didn't have that, you know. So, well, it'd be great if we did, you know, make it nice. But I really wouldn't care as long as we could be happy with what we're doing, like recording and stuff like that, or do what we want to do. We're still, you know, not really doing what we want. But that's, you know,
yeah. What about a new LP? Have you been thinking about this?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to make it a double LP, you know, which would be almost impossible, and have about.
Because of the cost.
Well, yeah, it's a big hassle. You know, nobody doesn't want to do that. The record producers and the companies don't want to do that.